The dusty shop remains peacefully quiet. The dust.
Like this shit opened.
The pawn shop is too cluttered.
It's a hotkey to full screen.
Alexander would have no. Old lamps! Alexander's.
Lamps for sale.
An old beggar is peddling his. The pole of lamps is peculiarly silent.
Talk to homeboy.
Good day, peddler.
Good day, sir. If you would like to get one of my fine new lamps, I'll need an old lamp in trade.
Isn't it a rather bad business? Taking old lamps and giving new lamps in exchange?
Well, there's always a chance that I'll find a genie. If I had a genie, I'd be richer than a king. Besides, there's always a roaring business in antique luminaries.
Let me fucking quit that shit. Let me quit that shit real quick. Page 4, fourth word in the third paragraph. Oh, wait, did I click the wrong one? Fucking idiot. Is it King's Quest 5? Is that what I was playing right now? They're all the same. King's Quest 6 I was playing right now, right? I'm an idiot. I think IV, but it's VI. I need to get some cash so I can trade to the pawn. For that old lamp.
Good. The counter feels as. Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter.
I'm interested in that tinder box on the counter.
What do you desire to...
Yeah, AJ. At the bookstore real quick.
Hello, I will be right up. Now,
Talk to this motherfucker.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man just ignores Alexander. An old man occasionally steals sidelong glances at Alexander from under a concealing hood. There's a book entitled The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages on the small table in the reading area. It appears that some regular customer likes that book.
What does he think?
The bookshop owner is a thin, middle-aged man. His intelligent eyes are slightly blurry from long nights spent reading by candlelight.
Good day, sir. I'm a stranger in this land. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
That is quite a question, young man. Who are you, and what would you have me tell you?
My name is Alexander. I know I'm on the Isle of the Crown, but I'd like to know whatever you can tell me about this island, and if there are other islands nearby.
You are indeed a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet. This island is called the Isle of the Crown, because the royal family's castle is here. Besides the castle, we also have this village, and the docks over to the west. There are at least 3 other islands: the Isle of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
At least 3? Does no one know for certain?
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the Green Isles has always been a place of vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a 4th island, an isle shrouded in mists. I myself have never seen it. Then, too, the land of the Green Isles is said to exist on the boundaries of this world and the next. Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than anywhere else in the world.
That's quite a claim.
Claim, yes, but probably just local superstition. We who live here on the Isle of the Crown, at least, sleep well enough at night.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned, how might I learn more about them?
Ideally, a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores and learn about them firsthand. Meeting the leaders of each place would be helpful, naturally. Unfortunately, the ferry no longer runs between the islands. There has been much political unrest, and it has been too dangerous to travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days. And if you haven't been there already, you might seek an audience at the castle.
Thank you kindly, merchant, for all your good advice.
Did anybody listen to that motherfucker talk?
But advice is free, Alexander. Making use of it costs much more.
That's real shit. Talk to me, old man.
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man,
Put hands on that fool, Alex.
for some inexplicable reason, Alexander feels compelled to avoid this hooded old man.
He's a pussy. Alexander, you can't be a pussy.
There's a
old
small
man.
table near the door that bears a sign. The sign has undergone a number of changes. It once read 10 pence, but that was crossed out and replaced with 5 pence, then 1 pence, then free. The sign currently reads, "Take one, please." Only one book remains on the table. It looks like the bookshop owner really wants to get rid of that book.
Thank you.
Alexander picks up the book from the small table.
Oh, yes, please, take that book. You have my most humble thanks for doing so, good sir.
Like, why? Why the fuck
Really?
did I get rid of this?
Thanks.
A plaque bearing a merchant crest hangs over the doorway. The bookshop owner must be proud of his credentials.
I think when I come back, that motherfucker's gone. So I'm
Alexander can't do anything with that.
gonna go find the merchant right now. Talk to the merchant. That's the only thing I picked up on what that motherfucker was saying.
There's a young girl in the yard. The girl is too far away to hold a conversation.
So go fucking say what's up, Alex. I'm a bitch.
I've told you 1,000,000 times. Those flowers are too sweet for the likes of you. You've still got to do the breakfast dishes, make lunch, and clean the stables yet this morning. And get your veil back on. No one wants to look at your face.
Yes, stepmother.
Alexander doesn't want to intrude on private property unless he's been invited.
Alexander's kind of a bitch, huh? Alexander's being a little fucking scared, huh?
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the way to the next island.
A young boy is happily swimming in the sea off the docks.
Come on, jump in. A little water won't hurt you.
Literally kills you.
Good day. I'm Alexander. What are you doing in the sea?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm swimming. I mean, come join me. The water's wonderful. I can show you the way to the next island. What are you waiting for? I said I'd show you how to get to the next island, didn't I?
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
That's strange. The young boy in the water just disappeared. Oh well, perhaps he just dove under the water.
Yeah, what do you want?
Bro, like, I'm having so many memories seeing all these faces and shit.
Alexander promises himself that he will not go home until he has determined. The boat does not reply.
Excuse me. My name is Alexander. The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
I understand. I'd just like to talk to you about the islands if you don't mind.
Well, I guess it'd be all right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside. What is it you wanted to talk about, young man?
I'm a visitor to these islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Well, for one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked?
Huh. It just ain't safe to sail these days. What with the islands feuding and all. Wazir Al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me, I don't think she'll ever see water again.
But
They
why
look
are
pretty
the islands
fucked up.
feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing. 'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly.
Then this unrest is recent.
A few years is all, but it's been long enough.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired.
This old thing? This ferry's been out of water so long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater.
But there must be some way to get off this island.
There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the pawn shop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander.
Magic map.
Tell me more about the ferry.
I remember when I used to ferry Queen Ilaria and Princess Cassima themselves. There was no thought of danger back then. They used to go visiting to care for the needy and to keep up the friendly relations between the islands. I remember their last trip. Things had started getting nasty by then, and when they came back aboard, I gathered that the Queen and the Princess had been received a bit coldly. Princess Cassima was such a pretty thing, and she was terribly upset. But who could be spreading these lies,
I don't
she
care
asked the
about
Queen,
Princess Cassima,
but the
bro.
Queen had no answer.
There's a rabbit's foot on the table.
I need
It
that.
seems the ferryman is counting on a little luck.
I remember that for some reason.
The rabbit's foot is long past.
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you? Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Perhaps it will at that. Thank you. What do you do now that the ferry no longer... Tell me more about Princess Cassima.
Ah, such a beautiful child, and so pure of heart. Why, a contrary thought has never crossed her mind. Her mother was the same.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely spot. A bit crazy, mind you. Gotta have a good sense of humor to enjoy a tour there.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Isle of the Beast is pretty, but unfortunately, you can't get very far onto the island.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The inhabitants of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain are the most gorgeous creatures you'll ever see. If you ever get to see them, that is.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Castle of the Crown sure is a beauty. She's the finest palace ever built, I'll warrant.
Alright, dog, I'm out.
Well, I think I'll be going now. Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Posh, not at all.
Posh.
It breaks the boredom, if you know what I mean.
That motherfucker really tried to just get me to go swimming with him, bro. Now I gotta go back, talk to the motherfucking vendor at the pawn shop. Be like, hey, motherfucker. Ferryman told me that, you know what's up with the magic map. Look at this guy.
Good day.
What the fuck you doing in here, dog? Talk to me.
Alexander promises himself that he will not...
Good day, sir.
Good day.
The old man just glares at Alexander.
Good day, sir.
The old man just glares at Alexander and does not reply.
Wild.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it. It was quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway,
3 years ago?
the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old
Look
and
at that
feeble
fool
and
listening.
had enchanted the map to aid in traveling.
Peeping game.
It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, But since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
So what's the fucking value? What does that mean, bro?
What would you take in exchange for the magic map?
I would need something of great value in trade for this map.
Give me my family ring.
Would you be willing to take my family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, are you a king then?
No, that's my father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
Well, Prince Alex, she is a beautiful ring. Are you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
The ring does mean a lot to me. I didn't always have a family, you know. Still, it is only gold. There are more important things at stake now.
Then you now own a magic map, Prince Alex.
Let's go.
I will keep your ring out of sight for a few days.
Let's go.
If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold. Ah, and a warning about the map. It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea. The limitation has something to do with the teleport spell ingredients. You might try the beach.
Thank you. You are very kind. And I'll remember about the map.
Fucking see, look at this motherfucker trying to talk to me now.
Suddenly, the old man in the concealing cloak sneaks past Alexander, and with a sneaky dart of his hand, steals a mint from the candy jar. The
Sneaky.
old man stuffs the mint into his mouth and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
Master, I was observing in the village as you wished, and I saw a manger. No, danger. No, a stranger there. He says he's Prince Blamentander of Slaventry.
You fool! You've been eating those mints again. I ordered you to stop that!
Yes, master.
Now, who did this stranger say he was?
Prince Salamander of Pedantry, I think.
You idiot! Are you trying to tell me that Prince Alexander of Daventry is here? Confound it! That's the young man Cassima met at Mordak's castle. The timing could not be worse. Tell me, what is he doing?
He was in the pawn shop buying a magic smap.
Magic smap? What is this magic smap?
With the smap, he can travel to other islands. Master.
That's a map, you dolt! Oh, drat it all! I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar, I can't have him stirring things up. Not now! Get a hold of yourself and listen carefully, Shamir. Go to the other islands and tell them...
Might have to eat one more of those mints though if I got homeboy fucked up like that.
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper genuine enough. I might even find a buyer who is interested in foreign currency. The items on the front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go for the price of 1 copper. You may make your choice from there.
Alexander looks at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Fuck, bro. I remember I need this thing. I remember I need the match, the tinderbox. I remember I
That
need it.
mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take it.
Very well. Your coin is well spent. Remember, this is a pawn shop. I am always willing to take back my own goods in trade.
I'll remember. Thank you.
Alexander sees nothing particularly interesting there.
Go to another island, or let's go to the castle, maybe?
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground. The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently.
She's like, what?
The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad.
No. I'm a nice guy.
Although the nightingale seems interested in Alexander, she would never allow him close enough to grab her. The nightingale sings her crystalline song in the boughs of the old tree. The nightingale looks at Alexander curiously, as though waiting for something.
Talk to her?
Hello, little nightingale. Of what do you sing?
The nightingale only looks at Alexander curiously and continues to sing. Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale. It plays its pleasant tinny tune. The living nightingale in the tree listens to the tune curiously.
Getting closer and closer, it kind of seems low key. So I hit it with the rabbit's foot? Bah! You know what I mean?
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale. It plays its pleasant tinny tune. The living nightingale in the tree listens to the tune curiously.
What am I supposed to do here?
Although the nightingale Alexander winds.
Fuck.
It plays its The path is well used.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't get it. What's up, little doggy? What's up, my little puppy? What's up, my little baby dog? I remember I used to go up there.
Alexander searches for a way to reach the black-haired girl whose memory will not escape him.
So where's this coming from? We're not supposed to talk to them. You know what? Hold on. Let me save my game real quick before I fuck up. Talk to these motherfuckers.
Alexander
Whoa,
firmly
whoa.
addresses the guards at the Castle of the Crown, determined to get an audience with Cassima.
Like,
Good
fuck
day,
that,
guard dogs. I am Prince Alexander of Daventry, and I would like...
Prince Alexander of Daventry? He's the one, Wolf.
See here now. We've been warned about you. Wazir al-Hazred has issued strict orders that you're not to be allowed anywhere near the castle.
Me? But I haven't even met the Wizir.
Never mind your excuses. You're on our list of undesirables and will not be getting into the castle today or any day. Now off with you.
Doing me dirty.
The bushes near the side wall of the castle have been left natural and unsculptured. Vines have begun to climb the castle's stucco walls.
Castle's made out of stucco? What the fuck? A rich ass castle that made that shit out of stucco?
The narrow path ends abruptly at a pile of boulders.
So that's it.
Alexander has no need.
Find those vines then, kid. What happened in the door? In the window.
The vines are too flimsy to support Alexander.
Oh, I could probably send the nightingale in there though once the nightingale gets cool with me.
The side of the castle is one big blank wall. Alexander's voice simply... The wall is quite solid. The vines are too flimsy to support Alexander. Alexander sees nothing of interest.
This shit's getting blown straight the computer. Fucking hell. Alright. We'll figure this out. I'll figure this the fuck out. Cause I've so far went everywhere I could go. So far I went everywhere I could go. I can't go in here. Can't go anywhere to the right. Oh shit. Now let's just go to the water and fucking travel. But what the fuck am I supposed to do here, dude? Give it a mint? That would be hilarious.
Alexander shows the object to the bird, hoping to interest her. It seems that the nightingale is no lover of the taste of peppermint.
You see that shit got that motherfucker fucked up, right? I probably shouldn't eat that shit.
The sand is... There's no... Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Oh, shit. So we're on the Isle of the Crown there now. Let's go to the Isle of Wonder.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
And that guy said stay away from the Isle of Wonder. Let's go, yo! Yo, younger me would be proud of myself right now. I can't figure this shit the fuck out when I was a child.
Alexander wades into the sea to get the strange object in the water.
I think I'm dead, bro.
The ocean currents tug. There's a string of letters floats in the water. The letters spell out, "Where are you going?" Alexander's heard of alphabet soup, but this is ridiculous. One of the oysters is sitting up in bed and doesn't look very happy. He seems to be the only one who can't sleep. In the
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts too much to talk.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts.
One of the oysters is sitting up in bed and doesn't look very happy. He seems in the
Got a little mint I can give you, bro. Hopefully it gets, you know, a little fucked up.
That won't do anything for the little oyster.
Why don't you let me see if I can help?
No way! No one's looking in my mouth. I hate dentists.
Oyster beds line the seashore. Most of Alexander hears someone coming.
Five fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man, said he, with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If man... Old Contro, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
A gnome with a huge nose stands before Alexander. Alexander holds the item out for the gnome with the stupendous nose.
My nose cannot be tricked that way. The smell of man still rules the day.
A man so fair knows, into the waiting sea he goes.
The gnomes toss Alexander too far out into the sea for him to get his footing. The currents drag him under.
Tickets up. Next.
Guess those gnomes couldn't reach a consensus.
I don't fucking know.
Alexander hears someone.
Five fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man, said he, with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If man it be, then man it dies.
Old Control, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
Maybe the rabbit's foot? Make him think I'm a rabbit?
Alert, my brothers, as we feared, a man has landed here. A man.
Damn. I gotta just dip, bro. Okay, I'm not ready
The
for
gnomes toss Alexander too far out into the sea for him to get his footing. The currents drag him under.
Tickets up. Next.
Guess those gnomes couldn't reach a consent. Alexander wouldn't want to throw that into the sea. Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
For the Isle of the Beast, kid.
A little fawn is feeding on a grassy hillock near the sea. Alexander resists the temptation.
A snap right there. I'd die if I go on that shit, though.
A pond lies across the path. The water boils as if over some magical flame. Tall, narrow trees abound on each side of the path. The tall, narrow trees have sparse and relatively small branches. The denseness of the forest makes it inadvisable to stray from the path. Alexander, not being an expert...
Fuck it, dog.
Ouch! That water is hot.
This is the only page. That would have no effect on the boiling. That would have no effect.
Gotta read it, bruh.
Alexander opens the bargain book and reads a paragraph at random.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard.
Phew, what an incredibly boring book.
That's not, dog. Let's get the fuck out of here, dog.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
I wonder what the fuck I'm supposed to do, bro.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation. Alexander takes the feather. There appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer.
Ignorance kills, wisdom elevates. Fucking hell.
Nothing happens. Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong, skunk-like odor.
Nice.
For a moment, he can smell nothing else.
Nice. There we go, boys.
Jagged boulders surround. There appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander. Nothing happens.
So I just put amen. Amen, brother.
Alexander pulls out.
What that map, kid? We're going to the
Alexander
Isle of
feels a
Wonder.
strange.
Save that shit. Oh, we're trying to outsmart
Alexander
the
hears someone coming.
gnomes right now.
Five fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man, said he, with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If man it be, then man it dies. Old Tom Troll, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Tom Troll I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more.
Let's go.
Listen, hark you, Grovenor. Do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more.
Alexander winds the tin nightingale and plays it for the gnome with the monumental ears.
Monumental. That's what we were laughing at. Get jiggy with it. Damn, bro.
A nose is not a way to spy. My ears cannot be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me. Taste, Grump, that we might know whether friend or whether foe.
The fat boy wants to eat it.
Alexander holds the mint out for the gnome with the gigantic mouth.
Grump knows a tasty treat. It matters not what others bleat. No danger is this one so sweet.
Trilly dilly, use your hands. Is it beast or is it man?
Feather or fucking rabbit's foot, dude?
There's no point in... Alexander holds the rabbit foot out for the gnome with the huge hands.
Be all you mad? What aileth thee? A bunny can't trill merrily. A hare does not at all taste sweet. A rabbit here is all we greet.
Bold build better, never fatter. Vision can resolve this matter. Look you now and end this chatter.
What's that mean, man? Fucked at this point, right?
Alexander holds the item out for the gnome with the enormous eyes.
My eyes cannot distracted be. A man I see, and so say me. A man.
Yo, what up, darky? Cracking, player. Just seeing that you put that, dog.
Tickets up. Next.
Guess those gnomes couldn't reach a consensus.
Not ready yet, still. Pull out the map.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Fucking somehow find something that's gonna make me look different, bro. What?
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
We're gonna figure this shit out, yo. We're gonna figure it out.
The ship is ruined. It has nothing further to offer Alexander. Alexander has no use for the ship debris.
It's something that's gonna make me look. I don't even know where to go, bro. You just throw it right there, doggy.
A large round pot is one of the pottery pieces on display outside the shops. Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb. Near the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy.
Fucking A. Alright, try to talk to her this time, bro. Be like, what up?
The girl is too far away to hold a conversation with Alexander.
Play the nightingale for her?
Alexander is a little busy for that right now.
Are you out here again? Have you finished the chores I gave you?
Yes, stepmother. The house and the stables are clean.
Then start polishing the silverware! Do I have to tell you everything?
Yes, stepmother. Right away.
What's up, yo? Who's saw me coming and just rat or what's going on?
Oh,
it's you. Come on in. How goes it, Alexander?
What else can you tell me about the land?
Some say that the land of the Green Isles is near the edge of the world, and that the deadly currents are a
The old sea salt is a little crusty around the edges. Alexander would rather keep his hands to himself.
What the fuck does that mean?
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely spot. A bit crazy, mind you. Gotta have a good sense of humor to enjoy a tour there.
Alexander doesn't want to take the ferryman's lamps. Alexander doesn't want to take anything from the cabin. Alexander doesn't want to take anything from... Alexander doesn't want to take it...
Well, thanks again for your hospitality.
You're always well...
That boat is not going anywhere.
Hello. I will be right up. Now, what can I do for you?
An odd-looking man is reading in the stuffed chair. He wears a vest, balloon-style pants, and pointed shoes. There's something deliberately silly about the man, as though he were a performer of some sort.
Good day, sir. Is there anything you can tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about the princess.
Oh, the princess.
Excuse me again, sir. You mentioned the princess.
I told you I'm not interested in talking to strangers.
How fare you, merchant?
Sufficiently well, thank you, Alexander. My only wish is for more time to read.
How fare you, merchant?
I have been reading too much love poetry lately. It is rather depressing to an old...
There's a small table near the door that bears a sign. The table is empty. Alexander is a little old for those children's books. Right now, Alexander is not interested in those self-help books.
How much for that book on the counter, merchant?
It is a fine book, is it not? I obtained it from the estate of the one and only magician this kingdom has ever had. Poofed himself into an aardvark in the end, or so I heard.
Easy. Done.
I never found the spells all that useful myself, but then I lead a boring life. I tell you what, if you can find another rare book, something a bit more marketable, I might be willing to exchange the spelled book for it.
I gotta get a better book. Oh, the trade. I don't have another book. The only book I have is that bullshit one. But I think I have to trade that book for something on another aisle. Then I can trade for that. I think I kind of remember. Damn, I actually did a lot when I was young. Fuck, did I figure this shit out?
Good day, Prince Alexander.
You just stop calling me Prince Alexander, bro.
Alexander already has a mint. He'd prefer to leave some for the other customers.
Fuck the other customers, Alexander.
The stuffed bear probably has stuffed fleas. Alexander decides to keep his distance. The pawn shop owner doesn't look like a man to be tussled with. The curiosities business is just dangerous.
How fare you, good merchant?
Thankfully, I fare better than my business. My shop is as silent as the moon these days.
How fare you, good merchant?
A man my age can only thank the heavens for continued strength, young sire.
The counter feels as smooth as stone. Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter.
Might I trade for that flute on the counter?
Certainly. What do you wish to offer me in trade?
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex, please.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
I believe I'll...
Very good, Prince Alex.
Thank you.
There's no need for extra light here. There's no reason to use that.
Alright, so I need the fucking bird, because that's the only way I get past the dude and make him dance.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looked.
I'll take the flute. Thank you.
Alexander plays a lovely little tune on the flute.
Lovely little tune on the...
Would you mind...
Of course.
That mechanical...
Very...
Thank you.
Alright. Let's figure it the fuck out. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna figure this shit out.
Windows face the street from living quarters above the bookstore.
Hello? Is anyone here?
No one answers Alexander's shouted greeting. Perhaps he should find someone specific to talk to. Alexander shows the object to the bird, hoping to interest her. The little bird does not appear to be interested in that. Alexander shows the object to the bird, hoping to interest her. The nightingale doesn't like the smell of that flower at all. Alexander has no need to... A hollow in the trunk of the old tree forms a perfect nesting place for wildlife.
That's what I gotta do, put the feather there. That's what I gotta do.
Alexander doesn't want to disturb the old tree.
What do you mean?
Alexander examines the tree's hollow, but finds nothing of interest.
Hello? Is anyone in there?
There is no reply from the hollow.
Hello, little nightingale. Of what do you sing?
The nightingale only looks at Alexander curiously. Alexander doesn't want to disturb the old tree.
This chicken shit.
The little bird...
I gotta figure out the fucking riddle, dude. That fucking wall riddle. I think that might be the next part.
The bushes are probably not hiding anything useful. Alexander... The little hut is empty. The bushes are probably not hiding anything useful. The bushes are Alexander has no need. The wall is quite...
I can actually interact with this shit, though.
The vines are too flimsy to support Alexander.
The bushes are...
The wall is quite... Alexander's voice
The fuck do I do, dude? Puppy dog, puppy boy, baby too. Oh, tired. Tired, doggy. Baby doggy. Baby doggy.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
He pulls out his magic map.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation. The denseness of if the tree stump is hiding the denseness of Alexander pulls out
Oh yeah, puppy up, puppy up, puppy down. Baby puppy. Baby dog. Baby doggy.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
What did I get here when I was on the island of the sacred mountain? The fuck did I pick up? I picked something up, didn't I? Picked up the flower here, which is to help me over there.
Using that on the cliff edge, there appears to be nothing happens. Alexander, there appears nothing happen. There appears to nothing happens.
I'm looking for shit that's not there type one.
Alexander opens the bargain book and reads a paragraph at random.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 and an eighth bottles of wild beast lard.
Phew, what an incredibly boring book. No wonder the bookshop owner wanted to get rid of it so badly. Using that on the... There appears...
Oh no.
Alexander has no taste. Alexander... Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Fucking lies.
Alexander can enter the building by using the shop's door. Alexander is standing on a sunny village street. There are open shops to his right, a hard-packed path beneath his feet, and palm trees waving over his head. To the north, a key-shaped arch leads to another part of the village. Alexander doesn't... Alexander decides to open the empty ink bottle.
It's stuck. It's... Whoa! The ink bottle isn't empty at all. It's full of invisible ink. Not very strong, but not bad.
Alexander doesn't want to waste his invisible ink. A thing like that might come in handy.
What the fuck am I fighting invisible ink for? Hey, what? Maybe I need to do that though, like interact with every item type shit.
Alexander rubs the soft fur of the rabbit's foot and hopes for a little luck. Alexander sees no use for that item there.
Fuck, dude. Invisible ink? That's it? Can I trade that, possibly? Actually, maybe I need to... Okay, okay. I need to do something from the pawn shop to get to the Isle of the Beast.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
What can you give me for that?
I found this bottle in the pot outside.
That would make sense, since that is where I dumped it.
He's like, yeah, I don't want that shit.
Would you be interested in trading for this book?
I am afraid not.
Would you be interested in making a trade for this, merchant?
A rabbit's foot. I do not believe I could use that.
Like I said, there has to be something I can get here to help me get past either the Isle of the Beast.
Would you mind if
or
I
the
traded
Words.
this in?
Of course,
Oh,
Prince
thanks.
Alex.
Alexander looks...
This is a tinderbox?
I believe I'll take the tinderbox.
Very good, Prince
That just
Alex.
lights shit up
Enjoy
when
your
it's
tinderbox
darkest,
and bring it back anytime.
I'm tripping. So I
Thank
don't
you.
need that mouse actually for that my shit.
Would you mind?
Of course, Prince Alex, please.
Alexander looks closely at the...
I'll take the... Thank you.
Fuck it, I don't know, maybe play the flute for the fucking...
If Alexander wants anything from the pawn shop,
Play the flute? Hopefully the fucking bird's like, yo, baby.
it's pointless to use that on the flute. Alexander examines the small bottle. Alexander examines... The magic map doesn't teleport objects. It wouldn't be worthwhile to try and... The flute feels light and comfortable in Alexander's hands. The flute feels... Alexander plays his flute. The nightingale just looks at him curiously.
Oh, okay, actually. Because it's that paintbrush. That's all that's left after. And I think that paintbrush might be for something else. So I think I might be able to use this, play for the fucking thing so it can fall asleep. Then I take something from its mouth.
There's no... There's... Alexander...
That's what I do. I got this.
Alexander feels a strange pulling
Got
sensation.
this. We got this, baby. Go, chat. Turn up. All one of you. Alright. Go to sleep.
Should I play the flute for you?
No thanks. Music just keeps me awake.
I put your fucking ass to sleep, kid. Go to sleep.
Perhaps Alexander should find out more about the oyster first.
Dude, I have. I've been talking to this motherfucker all day.
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts too much to talk.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts too much.
That won't do anything.
Idiot.
That won't do anything.
If you're having trouble sleeping, perhaps you'd like me to read to you.
Hey, that would be great!
Let's
2 dulcimers
fucking
raised
go!
to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard, yields a gilded minnow of precise measurements, 2,069 centidrills by 3,023 6/7 puns, not punts, as might be expected. This is not to say, however, in any sense whatsoever, that deviations in mean temperature of 5 or 6 dregs or so.
Alexander makes a grab for the pearl.
Hey! You fixed my mouth! It feels great!
The little oyster drifts into peaceful slumber with the rest of his oyster friends.
Let's go.
Alexander wades in. The ocean currents tug at Alexander's legs. That object is just a bit out of reach. Alexander wouldn't want to throw that into...
Last time those shits were by the water. There we go.
Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears to be a string of letters. Alexander sees nothing. Alexander has never had a problem finding his own words.
And I could probably trade this.
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I gotta go back to the fucking the wall with the words, and then I got the words right there. Like, you know what I mean? I also want to see if I could trade this stank thing right here.
Good day.
I found this large pearl. Might it be valuable enough to ransom back my family ring?
I have never seen such a perfect pearl. Certainly you can have your ring back.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't sell it. I'm a bit attached to it, I'm afraid.
Of course you are. You would be cold-hearted if you felt any differently. I am happy to see a family heirloom back with its rightful owner.
But
Alexander is already wearing the ring.
think I'm stupid for thinking I can use these words on that wall. I feel like a jackass for even assuming that that's going to be possible.
Alexander pulls out his... Alexander feels a strain. That has no effect upon the cliff. Using that on the... Using that on... There appears...
Ora?
Nothing happens. There appears to be... Nothing happens. There's nothing of interest.
I am confused, brother.
Alexander pulls out his magic...
So before I knocked out the oyster...
Alexander feels a strange pulling... Alexander resists the denseness of the... Alexander doesn't want to... To get to the lamp, Alexander must first cross the pond. This is the only page of inventory. That would have no effect. Alexander doesn't want to alter the forest. That would have no... Alexander plays a lovely little tune on the flute. Alexander doesn't want to do the path.
Alright, we're gonna see what that fucking paintbrush or whatever the fuck it was. Is
Alexander feels...
Good day.
Would you mind?
Of course.
Alexander looked.
I think I'd like the painter's brush.
Very good, Prince.
Thank you.
Like, what the fuck is this paintbrush gonna do for me, dog?
There's no reason to use that there. There's no... The paintbrush would not leave a lasting impression on Alexander.
What the fuck would it leave a lasting impression on? What are we talking about here?
There's no reason...
Fucking confused, brother. I'm gonna wait for Homegirl to come out. Where are you going?
That would serve... There's no reason to... Alexander is carrying, oddly enough, a sentence. It says, "Where are you going?" Alexander is carrying a clean but well-used painter's brush. Alexander is carrying an unusually large black feather. Alexander can't... What would Alexander do with that huge sheet of canvas?
Oh, it's you. How goes it?
Would you be at all interested in this?
Nah, what need is a poor dry-dock ferryman for that?
This is the only... That would serve no purpose.
Would you be at all interested in this?
Nah, what need is a poor...
Would you be interested?
I don't need charity. I won't take nothing from no man till I get back in business and can earn my own keep.
Respectable.
Well, thanks again for...
You're always...
Respectable, man. Back in the bookstore.
Hello? Now.
There's no reason.
Merchant, would you be interested in this?
No, thank you.
There's no reason to use that. It wouldn't be worthwhile. The feather feel.
Merchant, would you be interested in this?
No.
There's no reason. There's no reason.
Merchant.
No.
How fare you, merchant?
Business could be better. Too many people are losing interest in reading these days.
Alexander rests his feet for a moment. Alexander picks up and leafs idly through a book called The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages. Alexander... Well, that was refreshing.
No. Fuck off. You're not helping me. Fucking peace out, dude.
Alexander shows the object to the bird, hoping to interest her. The little bird does not appear to be interested. There's a little hut just off the path. Perhaps the guard dogs have an occasional use for it, but it looks empty now. Alexander is standing... There's no reason to...
I really must get inside the castle to see the princess. Perhaps this will convince you.
Begone! We have no interest in it.
I'm about to be bested by this game. Because I'm fucking confused.
The little bird... Although the nightingale...
Fuck, this shit is disheartening, bro. I don't understand it.
Alexander... Nothing happens. Alexander... That would have no... That would have no...
Am I stupid? Like, I have to be like, an idiot, right? If it's just taking me this long.
To get to the lamp, Alex... Alexander is a little busy for that right now. There's no reason to use... Alexander...
Crazy. Crazy baby.
Alexander feels a... There appears... Nothing happened. There appears to... Nothing happened. The granite cliffs cannot be scaled by hand. Alexander is... There appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer. The rock has been etched by some unknown hand. One may need to read about the logic cliffs in the guidebook to the land of the Green Isles in order to understand this mystical inscription.
Guidebook to the Green Isles? What the fuck is that?
Alexander pulls out his map.
I'm gonna have to save this shit. Doesn't get small on myself. wild. There was like a whole book with the game that you had to like. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Oh, what the fuck do I do, bro? Oh shit, I found it. I'm a fucking idiot. So I'm saying I have to quit this stuff. Because the first challenge, only those pure of heart will be able to rise the cliffs of life. It's actually insanely easy. Yo, hold up.
There appears to be some... Huge blocks of stone erupt from the granite cliffs.
Let's go, baby.
Alexander stares with wonder. That's quite a way to welcome a guest, if indeed it is a welcome. The granite cliffs can... The step... Alexander cannot get to that step from here.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait. Whoa, wait a minute.
Is he just gonna do this every time? What the fuck?
Whoa. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait. Whoa, wait. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait.
Alexander examines the strange
No, the
etchings in the
second
face
challenge.
of the
Oh
cliff.
shit. Does I have a second challenge? Oh, the master of languages will. God damn it, bro.
Nothing happened.
Save it right there. Go down to the language now. Boom, 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 boom.
Alexander examines...
Languages will. Fuck if I know. F. So that's an F right there.
Nothing happened. Alexander examined. Nothing happens. The cliffs cannot be scaled. Alexander. Nothing happened. Alexander. Nothing happens. The cliffs. Alexander. Nothing happened. Alexander. Nothing happens.
Fucking confused.
Alexander. Nothing happens. Alexander examines.
4 letters, right?
Nothing happened. Alexander. Nothing happened. The cliffs. Alexander.
Shit out real quick. It's fucking insane. If that's what I'm doing, I'm gonna need a bowl. You know? Can't do that sober. Just simply cannot.
Alexander.
I'm gonna knock this shit out. I could be wasting my time. So I'm like, I'm gonna just do this quick. Because I think it's just the alphabet. Sorry, I also the one underneath that was a V or some shit. X. Like I said, I'm probably wasting my fucking time. I also could easily just look this shit up. Master of languages will what? Talk? I already did that though.
Nothing happened. Alexander Nothing happened. Alexander the cliffs. Alexander Nothing happened. Alexander Nothing happened. Alexander Alexander Nothing happens. Alexander Nothing happened. Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
But it seems like it's 4, right? Obviously, so master of languages will what? It's not talk. But rise is not rise. Put that shit on the side too. Talk. Rise. I put rule. Master of languages will. I'm about to look this shit the fuck up, dude. It's insane.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
The master of languages will. gonna look it up. That's wild. That's what it says. The cliffs actually serve as a copyright protection. Because if you didn't buy the actual game and get the fucking file, you wouldn't have these words that are in the book. So, boom. You can't get further. You're literally met with a wall. How crazy is that? And I have them right here, but I think I'm just an idiot and I'm missing the words. Alright, buddy. See, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm just an idiot. Just an idiot. I'm just an idiot. A little idiot. Did all that for nothing. I was wasted time. I really didn't though, because I tried. Like, the reason I did that was so that I actually was trying. Like, I could have just did what I did now and looked it up after. I guess the word is soar. Which makes sense because it's supposed to be about winged men.
Alexander examines.
So,
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs. The steps cannot be moved any further backwards or forwards. The steps...
Whoa, wait a... Whoa, wait a... Whoa, wait... Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a... Whoa. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait...
Get fucking little ass up there. What are you doing?
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff. 4 plain stone buttons have been carved into the cliffs. One may need to read about the logic cliffs in the guidebook to the land of the Green Isles in order to understand these stones.
I'm looking at it right now. 4 men standing in a row, third from the left, and down you go. The rest in order move you on, the youngest, the oldest, and the second son. Deep, man, deep. So basically, I think if you click the third stone, you're fucked. Right? Third from the left and down you go.
Nothing happens. Alexander Nothing happens. Alexander Nothing happens. Alexander Nothing happens. Alexander Alexander gets the feeling that was the wrong button.
Oops!
That was just that little...
Tickets up.
So what does that mean, though?
What a riddle. Stones of stealth. Find a guide. The steps.
Whoa! Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa! 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 Wait!
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the
Stones of
cliff.
stealth are associated with this riddle. Four men standing in a row, third from the left and down you go. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, and the second son. Youngest.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
Whoa! 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 Wait! Whoa! Wait! Whoa! 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 Wait a minute. Whoa! Wait a minute. Whoa! Whoa! Wait! Whoa! 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 Wait a minute. Whoa!
Alexander is standing on top of a small granite step, which Alexander examines the
Sacred 4. Am I supposed to spell out 4?
reading. Nothing happened. Alexander. Alexander. Nothing happens. Alexander.
Sacred 4. Like, what the fuck? Like I'm like, come on, I have no clue. I'm looking this shit up. What am I supposed to do? Oh shit. See, so I guess
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles
crazy.
as more
I
steps
guess
emerge
it's
from the granite
another one
cliffs.
where it says it corresponds to different shit within the alphabet. I wouldn't have fucking known that. You know what I mean? So we're keeping it moving.
Whoa! 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 Wait a minute.
I did not expect all this shit. Thought it was gonna be one fucking
Whoa!
wall and
Whoa!
that opens
Whoa!
up a city or some shit.
Whoa! Whoa! Wait a minute.
And this last one is easy.
Alexander.
All silent crowd of noble buildings.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
This is the fifth challenge. Only those of the highest order may ascend the cliffs of logic.
Whoa! Wait! Whoa! 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 Wait! Whoa! 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 Wait a minute! Whoa! Wait a minute! Whoa! Whoa! Wait a
Oh, the fuck is up here waiting for me?
Alexander finds himself, finally, at the top of the cliffs. Exhausted, he steps over the lip of the plateau and stands.
Why do you make such an effort to climb the cliffs, young man? The winged ones who live on this island have the power of flight. You could have it too, if you'd only eat a berry from this magical flying nightshade bush. See? The sweet berries will make you float like a petal on the wind. Try some.
Stupid. Alright.
The huge doors are locked tight. Somebody obviously wants to keep some...
It was all kinds of crackhead, bro. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Make eye contact.
Young man, you offend me. I try to help you and you insist on being rude. All right then, stay tied to the ground like a load of lead. See if I care. You human.
How odd. The old woman just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Perhaps those berries are even more powerful than she led Alexander to believe.
Look, an intruder! Hold!
How did you get up here, human?
I climbed the cliffs.
That is not possible. No one has solved the cliffs of logic in several centuries. And if the cliffs were to be solved, it would certainly not be by a human.
I didn't mean to trespass. I only wanted to visit this beautiful island.
No visitors have been welcome on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain in years. Not since the Red and White Queens had spies in the guise of friendly visitors steal our island's sacred golden fleece. But we will not display such foolish trust again. You will have to answer to Lord Azure and Lady Ariel. They will determine what will be done with you. I can assure you, it will not be pleasant.
With what trickery did you master the cliffs of logic and reach the city of the Winged Ones?
Only the magic of clear thought, my lord. I meant no harm.
The cliffs of logic. It is the sacred oracle's prophecy, Azure.
Yes, Ariel. It is lucky for you, human, that climbing the cliffs of logic is part of a prophecy that I cannot ignore. We have just been ordered by Wazir Al-Hazred himself to dispose of any strangers that might land on our fair isle. But the prophecy would have a different fate befall you.
The prophecy predicts that whosoever climbs the cliffs of logic will defeat the Minotaur. The Minotaur has violated our sacred catacombs and eats our young in sacrifice. Our own daughter, Lady Celeste, was taken there only this morning as his most recently demanded offering.
A dilemma, then. Whom shall I obey in regards to your fate? The Oracle or the Crown? But since Al-Hazred did not dictate how I was to dispose of intruders, and since you cannot possibly survive the catacombs, your imprisonment there should serve both purposes quite admirably.
I will not resist you in this, my lord. I shall do my best to save your daughter.
First, I must tell you that the catacombs are a labyrinth of rooms, a place of exceeding danger. You will need many tools and clear wits to survive it.
Azure, he must be allowed time to prepare for the task, if only in the slight chance that he could actually save our Celeste.
Oh, very well. Intruder, my guards will take you to the beach. Prophesied hero or spy, any soldier must be granted time to prepare for battle. Be warned, if you have the courage to actually return to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain and face your destiny, my guards will have orders to take you to the catacombs on sight.
I understand, Lord Azure.
If by some miracle you succeed, human, the prophecy grants you a visit with the sacred oracle. Her powers are mighty, her vision all-seeing. Many of our own citizens would be willing to risk certain death in the catacombs for a chance at a meeting with the oracle. May that thought give you the courage to return.
Oh, I will return, Lady Ariel. You have my word.
You have my word. I'm just kind of killing it right now. I mean, I had to look up those two fucking parts, but hey, fuck you gonna do? First one, I probably could have got a sword. Second one was like insane, bro. It was like it's craziness. What? I have to climb all the way the fuck back up to get back to their guards, right? That's fucking ridiculous, bro. Realistically, I didn't get shit here either. Wait a minute. It says right here, catacombs. The winged ones were close to mastering the secrets of the catacombs from years ago when the Minotaur, taking an instant liking to the dark, funereal, I don't know what the fuck that shit says. Venereal, decided to take up residence. At first, but to the catacomb itself and the Minotaur stopped on treachery. The loss became too great to continue to struggle on the Minotaur versus price. The seven catacombs were bolted shut. It was one of the greatest sorrows in the kingdom that each year the Minotaur demands that must be given. That's it. Catacombs are illustrated the ancients, obsessive interest in death. Indeed, it seems to be in the air in this part of the world that the modern-day Green Islanders also have elaborate death traditions as well as I would describe it. Amen. See, I'm actually happy that I read that shit, right? Because I know it's dark. So now, my baby, my baby. Now I know it's dark, so I'm gonna have to make a play, get the tinderbox. Light up the dark with that shit. But I'm trying to think, is there anything else I could do with this? Is there anything else I could do?
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
I need to get back, I need to go get the tinderbox. I get the book, bro. I get past the water to get the lamp.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
What's it do? So I got this fucking bird right here. I don't know if that's a puzzle or not. Like, I'm confused.
Alexander can enter the building.
Hello? Now.
The table is empty. Alexander feels his pockets carefully to make sure he hasn't lost anything. The table is empty. Alexander rests his feet for a moment. Alexander picks up and leafs idly through a book called The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages. Well, that was refreshing. An antique leather-bound book is displayed on a little stand on the counter. On the elaborate cover is the title, Ye Useful Book of Magic Spells. There's nothing to do there.
I need to bring him a fucking book. I think I'm just gonna fight the fucking Minotaur.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex, please.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
I believe I'll... Thank you.
About this piece.
Alexander's...
Yeah, because once I probably get the Book of Magic Spells, I could probably do the fucking, like shapeshift into the fucking aardvark or whatever the fuck, like that guy said. And then I could probably do something to get across that hot water and shit, you know what I mean? Probably go invisible to sneak past the guards. So I think I'm doing the right thing. Because I completed basically everything I come across, every room. You can tell that's how these games work. It's like, so make sure you don't get lost, like, try to unearth every part of every room, like. How's that, bro?
I just pulled over. Yarburn. Yeah, the chief deputy driving a Dodge Charger, a souped-up Dodge Charger belongs to the sheriff's office. I just clocked this at 96 in a 35. Whoa. No reason. It's an unmarked car. He just got a high horsepower car. Decided he wanted to plug it. I'm not telling you one way or the other. I'm doing 96 in a 35. Okay. Well, you know I don't care for him, so I'm gonna run his. Sir, here's your ID back. This is your copy of the citation. If you would sign right here. It's got a court date, time it must appear. Please slow down. Have a safe day.
Wild fucking times we live in, dude. Now let's fucking go. We're packing
Alexander
the ball.
pulls out his magic map.
We're gonna go fight this fucking Minotaur. Take me back to the second
Alexander
round.
feels a strange pulling sensation.
Yeah, that's whack. Have to climb all the way the fuck up this shit.
The steps cannot be moved any further back.
Dude. I don't think it does that anymore. Tight. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the worst.
So, you have chosen to come back and face the catacombs when you could have escaped. I admit I am surprised. You are either a complete idiot or vain enough to think yourself invincible.
Motherfucker, I'm better than you, homie. That's all it is, dog. pussy.
And you are far wiser, I suppose, to leave a maiden to die? To not fight this plague on your own people?
Bravery and suicide are two different things, human. You will have a chance to renounce your choice soon enough, when you lay trembling under the Minotaur's hooves.
We shall see. Thanks for the escort.
We only escort you to your death. May the fates make it quick so that you do not have to scream long.
The catacomb's entrance door is locked from the outside by the Winged One's guards. It seems that leaving the catacombs by that door is not an option.
I'm in the fucking catacombs, dog. What?
The door is locked, and Alexander can't force his way out. He'll need to conquer the maze-like catacombs to escape. Alexander feels his pockets carefully to make sure the doorway is unobstructed and Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing except the dust of the grave. Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing except the dust of the grave.
Make it happen, baby.
Alexander hears the distant sounds of a wild animal somewhere in the maze of rooms. Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing.
Like I need to go right. I'm going straight.
Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing except the dust of...
What the fuck am I supposed to do here?
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Tickets up. Next.
Damn.
3 spikes and you're out.
3 spikes and you're...
Alexander feels the tile he's standing on shift beneath his feet.
Uh-oh.
Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes and you're out. Alexander feels the tile he's standing on shift beneath his feet.
Uh-oh.
They all do that?
Tickets up.
Next.
3 spikes. Alexander feels the tile he's standing on shift beneath.
Uh-oh.
Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes.
Let's go back.
Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing. Alexander hears a low growling, so faint as to seem born of his fired imagination rather than of any living creature. As he walks through the doorway, Alexander gets a very bad feeling about this room.
Tickets up. Next.
Don't
Fucking knew it was gonna be like that, bro.
Alexander doesn't want to disturb that skeleton. He seems to have all his bones intact, and it'd be a shame to break up the set.
Makes sense.
Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing except the dust. Alexander doesn't want to disturb that skeleton. He seems to have all his bones intact.
Wild. How the fuck did I run?
Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing.
I'm not supposed to fight in this game, bro.
The walls of the catacombs are rough and cold. Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing. As he walks through the doorway, Alexander gets
Tickets up. Next.
Insane.
Don't just
bro.
wonder, Alexander.
So hold up, I think I can fall off here too, right? Is that what that means? I can fall off here?
Alexander hears a low growl.
I don't remember where I'm at now. Yeah, I just went through here. So that's what led me to my death right there. Alright. Already came down from this one. That's hilarious, bro. Am I just stupid? What the fuck do I do? Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking worst human being in the world. He's all knocked out.
Somewhere, far off into the catacombs, the sounds of hooves faintly echo.
You remember this guy?
Maybe it's the best game that's ever. Dave.
What?
That might be the worst game that ever.
Alexander hears the distant sounds of a wild.
Well, I don't remember the name. I remember playing it something Quest or something.
Yeah, there you go, Ro.
When we were fucking little.
We were youngins. We were children. We were babies, children.
What's it called?
Yeah, King's Quest.
Is that the one where like little fucking midget gnomes carry you off?
I'm literally dealing with that shit right now, bro. But what I'm actually going through right now is I'm like fighting like I'm about to fight a Minotaur, Dick. Like you remember how the cover was the fucking Minotaur? If you see the cover, you'll remember, trust. Like it's like that food, like opening like a door in like a fucking cave.
Alexander hears a low
area,
growling,
just a
so
big-ass
faint as to
Minotaur,
seem
Dick,
born
like,
of his
you know?
fired imagination rather than of any living creature.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. But I'm in this like the labyrinth, bro, and it's like it's literally a maze where you walk into certain rooms, you just fall, you die.
As he walks,
Like I just fucking knew that. What's up with you though?
Tickets up. Next.
don't just wonder, Alexander.
You're like, yo, hop off VR.
Yeah, I mean, Colin and Ocap said like later, you know, like 6 our time.
Colin and Ocap what?
Colin and Ocap said they want to play at like 6 our time.
For sure, I'm gonna get up right now. Get ready.
Alexander hears a low growling, so faint as to seem born of his fired imagination rather than of any living creature.
Lobby of Sea of Thieves real quick, see what it's like in the daytime. Top into a lobby of Sea of Thieves and see what it's like in the daytime real quick. Because you're the worst. You just only play that shit at 2 in the morning. Alright. We're figuring this out. We're figuring this out. This is the room with the knives.
Alexander feels the
Uh-oh!
Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes and you're out.
Seems like everywhere else leads you to nothing.
Alexander hears a... some... Alexander hears the distant sounds of a wild animal somewhere in the maze of rooms. Alexander feels the tile he's standing on shift beneath his feet.
Uh-oh!
Tickets up.
Okay, so I don't get it because it lets you go on that top one, right?
3
Nowhere
spikes
else.
and you're out.
Nowhere else lets you go. Like, you can't step anywhere. Right? I can't step down, I can't step here, here, here. Lets me step here, though. Maybe up top here.
Alexander feels the tile he's standing on.
Uh-oh!
Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes and you're out.
Uh-oh!
Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes.
Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes and you're out.
Uh-oh. Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes and you're out. Alexander.
Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes and you're out.
3 spikes, you're out.
Alexander feels the tile he's standing on.
Uh-oh. Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes and you're out.
3 spikes, you're fucking out, buddy. Shit. Come on, man. Gangsta. Gangsta. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gangsta. Chill.
Alexander takes the shield from the wall. Alexander sees...
Fucking beautiful. Now I gotta show you. Come here now, Gizmo Cat.
Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing except the dust of the grave.
Stay.
The occupant of the stone bed is long. Alexander has no reason to use the shield here. Alexander examines the stone shelf and the... Alexander hears a low... It's a trap. The doors have sealed Alexander inside. And the ceiling is coming down. Alexander's hands would be crushed.
The fuck is it?
The shield is too large. The shield is too large to fit in those gears.
Oh yeah, shit for that, bro.
Alexander is already wearing the ring. That would never hold those grinding gears.
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead.
The book would never hold those. The doors have... with a...
Yikes!
And presses Alexander into the floor like a bug under a heel.
God damn it, dude.
Tickets up. Next.
Alexander never was much good at squash. Alexander finds 2 coins on the skeleton's eyes. He takes the old coins.
Good.
The walls of the... This is the only page of inventory. There's no point in using it. Alexander hears a low growling, so faint as to seem born of his fire dimension.
Didn't call it a day.
Taking off your adventurer's cap so soon?
Judge me. Don't judge me. Peace.